Hey everyone, I'm Josh and welcome to Josh Wright Piano TV. I'm so happy you are here today joining me for an exercise that you can use if you're having trouble counting, especially when you're having trouble holding values long enough. And we're going to take Clair de lune, probably the example that I get this issue with the most with students. They'll be playing so beautifully, and then they'll cut their values. And if you're a teacher or you've performed this piece and you've worked out all that counting, it just makes you cringe. I came up with this method, I think I was 16 or 17, and it has to do with silently counting. So just moving the tongue in your mouth just a little bit. You're going to be counting, it's 9/8 times, so you're going to be counting tonight. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But the physical movement of your tongue moving in your mouth, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You're not actually going to say that out loud. I have to obviously voice it out for you guys so you can hear what I'm doing. Now, without it. And on those ones, the duplets, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 and... I have a whole video on counting this first page on YouTube if you want to check it out. I also have a pro practice video. I'll link that below. That'll take you through the whole piece. Right here, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So without saying it out loud. Okay, you can't see it, and that's what I want to come to give you guys. That's what I want to come across in this video. Is no one will be able to tell that you're doing that. But if you think for a moment, I'll just count in my mind. I'll tell you a quick story about Leon Fleischer. I did a masterclass on the Beethoven Tempest Sonata with him quite a few years ago, and I was playing second movement. And he said, first of all, always subdivide your counts down as much as possible. Don't do 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, or however that goes. I can't even remember if it's 3, 4, 4, 4, whatever it is. He said you need to always divide your counts down. So 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3. Okay? So first of all, always count for 16th notes, or if you're in the UK or Australia, I believe it's semiquavers. So always count down to that much smaller subdivision. He also told me this really great story when he was teaching Nalita True, who was the head of Eastman for many years. I'm not sure if she still is, but brilliant teacher. I've done some master classes with her as well. Maybe she told me this, maybe he didn't, but I think it was him that told me this. He basically, in a lesson, told her, have you counted this out loud? She's like, no, because I know how the counting goes. And he basically, put her in her place by saying, then why do I feel the need to count it out loud? It shows you that no matter what level you attain, counting out loud is still a good idea. And this little exercise of moving your tongue, silently counting, can actually help you keep the time better because it assigns a physical mechanism to the counting rather than in your mind. I'm going to tell you from years and years and years of recording my performances and then listening back and thinking, I had no idea I was going that fast, or wow, I didn't count that very well at all. Time is warped in your brain pretty much at all times to a degree, but especially when you're under nerves. So if you can assign under pressure or have a lot of nerves. So if you can assign a physical mechanism rather than just relying on your brain, which can warp time according to what hormones you have pumping through your body, if you have adrenaline going on, whatever it might be, if you can assign something physical like this exercise, it will really help you to keep that beat much more steady. I hope this little tip is going to help a lot of you. count those long values and stop driving your teacher crazy by cutting them off. I'm guilty of that. I did it for many years in my own lessons. So take a piece of advice from someone who's been the bad student of doing this way too often, and go ahead and apply that exercise so that you hold those values full length. If any of you have any questions, please let me know. My email is josh@joshwrightpiano.com. Thanks so much for joining me today. If you're interested in any of my paid courses, I will link those below, where we go into much more detail on every one of these concepts. You can check out my Pro Practice series or the VIP Masterclass series. Have a great week. See ya.